Hey now, happy Mother's Day, first of all, to all the mothers. I think I have one mother that's a subscriber. Her name is Chicago Lady. So, Chicago Lady, if you're out there, and if you're a mother, happy Mother's Day. I digress. We were at the final beat, and that is Jessie Burkett. Jessie Burkett is, again, one of the 50 I don't have of Hall of Famers. And I would have to say, if you took the greatest percentage of errors that TPAs made and certified or autograph is real that wasn't, it would be Jessie Burkett. Now, there's probably more Bad Ruth certified, or I don't know, another player, Mantle certified, or Mays with the controversy with the Hall Say Hey hologram. But you're talking about percentage of known out there compared to the TPAs that said real versus fake. My money's on Jessie Burkett. He is such a tough autograph, and nobody really knows why. I mean, he got in the Hall of Fame in 1946. He was, again, turn of the century player, but he lived to 1953, but he sort of faded into obscurity. When he got into 1946, he was interviewed, and wrote a letter, and the interviewer said, "I'm glad that the Hall of Fame still remembers me," but he hit over 400 several times. He was a very good player, and it took, for some reason, he got lost to baseball history in a way. Now, what's important to note is a couple of things. After he left baseball, he was still active with, I believe, Holy Cross or Worcester College, one of the universities, and he took great liberties with the Secretarial Autograph, according to Ron Case book and some other information that I read. And talking to Jim Stinson, who, again, is probably one of the premier experts in autographs, we know that in 1935, he was working as a traffic guard, and believe it or not, he got hit by a car. He was in a very serious accident. It took him a long time for him to heal. But we don't know how long that took, but a lot of autographs they feel that came after 1935 were actually not signed by him, but were signed by his brother or another relative. And I'll show you why in a minute here. So first of all, let's take an audit. I'm going to spend some time here because it's really important, because, again, I don't want people to care about Jessie Burkett, but it's a really controversial autograph in the Hall of Fame collectors marketplace. So let's start taking a look right here. So let's start with this right here. So this is from the Senate Page collection. This came out about 5-6 years ago, maybe even longer than that. So this was a person got like the entire Cleveland club, including Denton, better known as Cy Young, and George Davis, another really rare Hall of Famer. And they got Jessie Burkett in person. And this is definitely accepted as a genuine autograph. And so, again, this is turn of the century. So you could see right here, it's a real bouncy autograph. You can see for sure, if you look like here, it looks like an 8 with the J. We can zoom in good. You can see the 8 with the J. You can see the nice C. You can see the B, the break, and then it slants to the right with the Burkett. This is a good autograph. We know that. Let's move on to 1908. Again, it still looks a little bit like an A here. This is, again, given this sold in 2017. Personally, I think this was stolen from the Hall of Fame. Granted, even though it was stolen, I think it's a good autograph. The C here still jets out. The autograph's a little more rushed, but again, it's a nice slant to the right. It's an official letter, but we know when he was signing, when he was with the Worcester Baseball Club, there are secretarial autographs out there. So let's take a look at those right now. Now, keep in mind, again, this is 1908. This is about 10 years earlier. Again, they're pretty much the same. Again, at the bounce, the T drops down. Now, let's go to right here. Well, let's get back to that in a second. So that's 1908. I guess we should jump to the PSA database. So this is just like all over the place. I want to get back to this a little bit later. So here we have, again, a 1913. Now, this is a little different. It's going to still the Worcester Baseball Company Club to August Herman. So I think it's still stolen from the Hall of Fame. That said, if you look here, the C comes way up here, doesn't start down. It's almost to the left now. It's not to the right. We can't really zoom in. But again, let's take a look here. Slant right. Let's look here. Slant left. Now, if you notice right here, there's a little M right here. Now, according to Ron K., and I'm sure he's 100% right here, this is evidence of a secretarial signature. Common practice that would happen at the time. It wasn't intention to deceive anybody. But again, We went from a right slant to the left slant in an amount of 5 years. That just doesn't happen. And Jesse is still healthy at this time. Again, he's not a spring chicken anymore, but he's not that old. So anything that slants to the left now, we really have to be careful about. And look at the J. It's still like a full J with a 2 loop. So again, as we move on here, let's see if we can get out of this. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you 2 letters here. And I don't know the dates of these letters, but look at it. This is now all over the place. There's no slant. It sticks straight up. And I just think these letters are horrible. I think they're fake to begin with. I don't know who did this. And again, REA, this is just my opinion. This did a very similar letter here. Again, this is, let's go back here. Mr. Williamson, here's another one. Look at this letter. I mean, the content here, and again, this is 1943. This is after the accident. But again, there's no slant. We'll look at some other stuff. But like, look, like there are 4 or 5 men in the Negro Leagues right now who could take the job away from a player in the big leagues if given the chance. That's amazing content. It's like too good to be true. And it's, again, this autograph is all over the place. Any Jessie Burkett autograph that goes straight up, I don't like. I don't know who certified this. We could take a look here. PSA DNA. And again, the problem is I think they started certifying autographs that were fake a while back, not knowing any better. And once they did one that was fake, it's like, uh-oh, how can we say one is real and one is fake? So again, let's keep going here. Again, now this is, again, 1923. This is interesting, and I think this is good. And right around this time, his J started to switch. So instead of getting a full 2 loop, you could see here, and again, I really can't go too deep into this. I can't focus it. But the Burkett started to slant to the right still, which is good. You want to see that slant to the right. But look at the J here. It's sort of like it's like a backwards arch here with a hook. And you can see that hook right now. And again, let's go back to one we know is real. This right here. And the Burkett's still good. And you can still see that hook right there. It's just now the J has taken on a unique form. And his autograph changed a lot throughout the life. Now, this one, again, this is 1943. Now, we looked at that last Williams letter from this is also 1943. This letter dated. So there's no way this 1943 and this 1943. They look nothing alike to me. You see the P or the B is straight up. And right here, look at this B. The B is look to the right. Now, I don't know which one is good, to be honest. I don't know if any are so good. It's so shaky that if I had to pick one, I would pick this one over this letter here. This let's go back to the letter itself here. I mean, look at that. I can't believe the same person. I don't believe the same person signed both of these letters. Again, just keep on going right here. Look at this. Now we're back to the shift to the left. And this is a cut. I hate cuts. Here's the prime reason why I hate cut. I don't care. This is in the PSA database. The C doesn't come up. It's wrapped around. Again, I don't know when this was passed. I would not want this in my collection. Certified, not certified. Again, I don't like the left at all. I would avoid this at all costs. Again, here is, I think this is the same letter that Heritage sold. We looked at it a little bit. John Ganzel. Yeah, this is the same letter right here, sir. Sorry. I lost it. We'll go back right here. Here. And again, it's certified. It's to the right. I think it's real. I think it's stolen, but I think it's real. Let's keep going here. What is going on with this? Again, by this time, I mean, we can go back here. Usually right here, the E is not that pronounced. And again, the most important thing, I don't like this autograph at all. I know it's in a PSA holder. I don't care. I know it's in the John Blattner collection. I don't care. No Jessie Burkett autograph should be straight up like this. You can see it points straight up. The C, again, it wraps. It should be coming down and up. His autograph changed a lot. I don't think it changed this much. I know where this autograph resides right now. I was given the chance to buy this autograph once for a reasonable price, but holder or not, I just didn't like it. I didn't feel it was real. I still don't think it's real. This is an interesting one right here, and I've seen this autograph twice. Maybe it's no. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's right here. Yeah. So, I mean, whoever signed this probably signed this also. I don't know if it was the brother. I don't know if it was him. This was signed at least in 1950, if not later, towards the end of his life. But if you look at it, it's not as shaky as the 1948 autograph that was supposedly real. It's kind of smooth. Again, let's go back to it right here. I can't focus in much more. This is in a more recent PSA holder, but again, I think PSA is like at this point committed. Like we passed the other one, we got to pass this one. Now, again, I want to go back to right here. Again, here's 1948 again, and this is on a straight line. And again, it's got the hook right there. I just don't know. It's got a nice slant, but again, it's real shaky. So you're telling me here, 1950. Look at that, nice, it's fairly smooth for the last 3 years of his life. And this is on a card and on a slant, but this is a 1948, really shaky. I mean, again, I don't know who Paul Resnick is. It could have been real, could have been secretarial. I just don't know. And again, then we have these government postcards, and these government postcards are just insane. They're shaky. There's no slant. The J, I never seen a J like that. And so, again, if you look at, I want to go right here. So, again, this is something that's sold in RE. Sorry, not RE. This is probably Huggins. Yeah, Huggins. This sold for about $2,000, and there's a chance this is real. It looks pretty good. It's a nice slant and everything of it. I don't have to zoom in a little here. It's got the nice arch. So, yeah, if the brother didn't sign this, I think there's a good chance this is one could be real. So I just want to go over a few more examples I saw here. We talked about this one. I think this one, again, is good. It's just the fact that I think it's stolen. Oh, here's some more that are on the PSA database. This is an article you can pull from PSA. So PSA here doesn't think this, sorry, I should say Ron doesn't think this is real, this Metropolitan Company, not that it's been offered for a long time, but you can see right here, someone literally, the check was made out to this person, crossed out and endorsed by this, which is just a big no-no. Even in 1890, you couldn't do that with canceled checks. There's a couple government postcards that have been out there, again, around 1936 time. And again, rumor is he's recovering in the hospital. He's real sick, real injured. Maybe the brother signed it, and I wish I could zoom in better. Again, we know this one's good. I'm going to start closing some of these out here. Oh, yeah, here's another one. Again, this sold not too long ago. It looks nice, 1936. I'm not going to lie. I think this was not signed with malice. This was sold 5,000. Yeah, so it was sold not too long ago, about 2 years ago. You can see 5,100. The back of it has the Worcester, you can tell cancellation. It's a famous collector. So either it was signed and it's good, or this is not a forgery, is what I'm trying to get at. Intentional. So I think it's good, but just like some people say he's easy, some people, but it is not an easy autograph at all. I mean, if I go back to Robert Edwards, if you want to see this right here. Oh my God. I know it sold for $25,000. I don't care. I don't think anyone was mailing Jessie Burkett a baseball to get signed. I know this was passed. I'm just curious who the TPA was. This is back in 2004. They just didn't know better back then. I'm not saying it was intentional. Mike Gutierrez and James Spence and Steve Grad. Again, I'm not trying to knock Steve Grad, and it's fun. There's a video out there of Steve Grad analyzing a Jessie Burkett baseball. You wouldn't even recognize him if you know what he looks like today. And he uses this as a prime exemplar. But again, I think this is one of the cases where they passed certain examples of Burkett autographs. Let's see, there's no slant here, obviously. And they said, once we pass this one, if there's a similar one like that, we probably need to pass that also, or else it's like has egg in our face. Because God forbid that they admit they were wrong. Again, here's another one that they sold on Heritage. I don't like the J. The hook doesn't arch back. It's more like the hook, it just looks like it's about to start as an A. And again, it's the shakiness. And like it's just a cut. I hate cuts. So that's about it with Jessie Burkett. I mean, it's just like I know this is probably one of the longest videos I've done. And probably most of you don't even care about it. And they're not trying to get a Jessie Burkett autograph. But again, I have to even talk to Kevin Keating about this. He's like, you got to be so careful when buying him. It's like that golden one and the one I showed, maybe the postcards. That's really all I would feel comfortable buying. And you're going to spend easily $6,000-$7,000 these days. So if it's stolen, it's a trust to Herman or someone to the Cincinnati Ball Club, maybe it will be cheaper. So that's 15 minutes on Jessie Burkett. So I hope you're still watching. If not, I apologize. We're going to move on to the C's next. Roy Campanella, again, a highly controversial autograph. His wife, Roxy, was really good signing his name. And there's like 27 C's. So, God, I can't even fathom finishing the C's, getting through them. But we're going to start one C at a time. So next we're going to focus on Roy Campanella. So hope everyone has a great week. And as always, keep collecting.